Welcome in to the PHNX Suns pregame show brought to you by the DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you know whenever we are live. I'm Lindsey Smith. That's Espo. We're back at it again, Espo. Tonight, the Suns take on the Portland Trailblazers.
Blazers. The Portland Trailblazers.
And they're trying not to win 3 in a row for the first time this season. Hopefully.
Or lose 3 in a row.
That's what did I just say win?
Yeah.
My gosh. It's 8 o'clock
Can we
at night.
reset, Lindsay? Is there like a reset? It's 7:30 at night, by the way.
It basically counts as 8 o'clock at night.
I found Waldo, by the way, everybody.
You like my glasses.
I do like your
that.
glasses.
They're good. I literally wore pajama pants because I'm that over today. I'm ready for bed. Like, I'm going to go home and just crash.
I'm just going to stay here and work like 48 straight hours.
All right, let me try
Sounds
this again. Tonight, the Phoenix Suns are taking on the Portland Trailblazers, and they are trying not to lose 3 games in a row for the first time this season. Thankfully, Cam Payne is back, but unfortunately, Devin Booker is out due to health and safety protocols.
I thought we were done with health and safety protocols.
Yeah, I think that's what everyone wanted to happen, but
when was the last time you heard any player that was out due to health and safety protocols?
It's been a minute, but do you always look at every single team's night injury report?
I do. Every single night I look at every team. And I have not seen health and safety protocols in quite a while.
Well,
I'm lying. I don't look at anybody else's.
I know that things have gotten better, which is a positive, but unfortunately, we're in this situation as of right now. So
I'm not denying that COVID's a thing, by the way. Let's make that clear.
Yeah, but it does seem like things have gotten better. At least it appears as such. It could also just be that so much else is happening in the world that's dominating the news cycles right now that we're just not seeing a lot of updates on it.
I just felt like leagues just got lazy with their testing was more of what I was implying. So
that's fair. But here's the deal.
Lindsay doesn't want to touch that at all. So we'll leave it be. So
you can find silver lining in this, right? Cam Payne is back, so at least you're not without somebody who can lead this team in that role. It prevents Devin Booker from playing 40-plus minutes with whatever games he does end up missing, so you're able to conserve a little bit of time and energy for him there. Really? And it allows these guys to kind of really get tested in this stretch of time without Chris Paul and Devin Booker, because we've had games this season where you've played without Devin. We've had games this season where you've played without CP3. This is the first time that they've played without both of their all-stars. These guys are going to be put to a massive test tonight, and it'll be good to see how they're able to show up.
Lindsay, sweet Lindsay. Why are we... The silver lining here is the fact that you're playing the Portland Trailblazers. Not a very good team. And that, that other teams behind the Suns have not gotten their shit together. That's the silver lining that you can take out of this. I get what you're saying, but in a perfect world, I never want to see these guys playing without Chris Paul or Devin Booker.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Well, like
in a perfect world,
Well, look,
nobody on this team would ever be injured ever.
But look, I'm not looking. I'm not looking at this going, oh, well, good. They're going to get tested, so they're prepared. I don't want them to be prepared for a moment that I never want to see in the playoffs, right? Because that's the only thing you're getting prepared for the rest of this way. And if they don't have Chris Paul or Devin Booker for part of the playoffs, it's just
going to be concerning.
That's
for sure.
That's when you hit the panic button, which is back for the first time since they were 1-3. It is ready and waiting.
But you know what, Espo?
No, I don't.
It's not the playoffs. It's the regular season.
Not.
The Suns have a really nice cushion. They can manage to drop a few games here. It's not like the Warriors are doing as well as they could be doing. So we're fine. We're going to be okay.
Can I have the camera for a second?
Yes.
I just want to look straight here and speak to the audience and the rest of the NBA. I have a few thank yous I'd like to give out sincerely from the bottom of my heart. I know it's a weird time to give out thank yous. I mean, Chris Paul's injured. Devin Booker's out with health and safety protocol. We've got 3 interns behind the Mac, and Shane's just standing there staring at me. It's a weird time to give thank yous, but I just have to say thank you to the Golden State Warriors. Thank you to Klay Thompson's Achilles and knee. Thank you to Draymond Green's back. Without you guys right now, these tough times for the Phoenix Suns would be even worse. And I'd like to thank you for managing not to close the gap at all with the Phoenix Suns so far. So also thank you to, where are we here? Thank you to the Utah Jazz, the New York Knicks, the Los Angeles Clippers, the Denver Nuggets, the Dallas Mavericks, and the Minnesota Timberwolves, who have helped make the Warriors 4-6 over their last 10. So thank you to everybody. Got to be positive in these rough times.
There you go.
So thank you, my friends. Thank you.
I'm not mad at that. You did go a little far in the beginning, but I'm not mad at it overall.
Look, I'm glad that they're on the mend, but I'm also glad that it's ailing enough that during this tough time right now for the Suns, the Warriors aren't at full strength as well.
Right, exactly. Brittany in the chat said, I'm worried about the Grizzlies. They have probably the easiest remaining games and are more of a threat to the top seed than the Warriors. Do you agree?
7 games behind. And I know I'm going to regret saying this at some point. Yes, they're the more concerning team because Ja is playing at a level that has guys like Allen Iverson saying he'll be an MVP in this league. So I certainly think that the Grizzlies are a team to be concerned about, but they also are a team that I don't think is as complete as the Phoenix Suns. The Warriors at full strength are the team that I think will be the most concerning, but right now they're not at full strength, but I think the Suns are okay right now. Talk to me after this game. I may feel different. But right now, I think the Suns are okay.
I agree. I think we're going to be just fine. I don't really want to kind of like go down what it could be like just yet. Maybe by the end of the week, we'll consider doing that. We'll see. But until then, we're going to be okay. And here's another reason why I think we're going to be okay, because let's look at the injury report for tonight's game, right? So for the Phoenix Suns, we know Devin Booker, Chris Paul, they're out. But on the Trailblazers side of things, they're more banged up than we are by far. You got Damian Lillard, Yusuf Nurkic, Joe Ingles, Eric Bledsoe, Nasir Little, Justice Winslow. Just to name a few, like, bless the Trailblazers' hearts. They are going through it right now.
Let's be frank here. Not Frank Kaminsky, just Frank in general. They're doing it by design.
Well, yeah.
This is the Suns of 4 years ago.
Some of it.
Hey, you were injured. Let's prolong that. Let's sit out a little bit longer. They're playing for ping pong balls. They're not playing for the play-in tournament, and they know what they're doing. So.
Yeah, I mean, Damian Lillard definitely would play through it if he could. I feel bad for Dame.
At this point, I'm not sure
he would. It's been an injury. Well, that's fair.
I think
that's fair.
I think he's not rushing to come back.
Yeah, but he has been dealing with his injury for quite a while now, and I think it's kind of gotten to that point where he can't just ignore it or put a Band-Aid on it, basically, and push forward. It's gotten to the point where it's like, okay, you really do have to take a break and a step back.
It's legit that he was out. I'm not denying that. I think he's not going to push himself to come back the rest of this season.
Well, yeah, it's not worth it at this point this season.
And I think they've had discussions. I doubt they went into the mode that they went into of shaving salary without talking to Damian Lillard. This is a play to get a good draft pick and add either via trade or free agency this
Long
summer.
John Silver said Lillard wants to be a Sun so bad. Are you yay or nay on?
He wants to be a Laker if he wants to be anywhere else.
You think?
Yeah, he's from LA, isn't he?
I don't know.
I don't think. Where's Lillard gonna play? He's not supplanting Chris Paul. He's not taking shooting guard minutes from Devin Booker. I mean, maybe long term he'd want to be Chris Paul's replacement,
right? Like down the road.
But like, I don't think any guy's thinking that far in the future. If Dame wants out, he's forcing his way to LA or somewhere like that. So.
Okay. Well, listen, we talked about the injury report. We did touch on Devin Booker being in health and safety protocols, but let's go into it a little bit more. So our friend Flex from Jersey tweeted out today, can confirm that Booker did get a negative test after his initial positive, which is why there was belief that it could be a false positive. He eventually tested positive again, which is why he is in health and safety protocols. So Flex thinks, around a 5-day waiting period and getting back kind of into shape, he thinks Devin will be back for the Toronto game next week. Now, I did ask Gerald because, like you said, it has been a minute since we have dealt with health and safety protocols. I asked Gerald if he could refresh my memory on just kind of how this whole thing works out these days. And as far as we are aware, unless there's been a new update that we just kind of missed, as long as Devin can log 2 consecutive negative tests in the span of 24 hours, he can come back.
Yeah, but if he shows symptoms at any point, that kicks him into the 5 day,
5 or
6 day window. It's convoluted. Look, just act as if he's not here for the next week. I think that's a safe way to go about it, and then which would put him around that Toronto game when they come back from the road trip. It's unfortunate because they play the Bucks on Sunday.
Right.
That
which we
on
already
ABC,
knew.
By the way.
We already knew that one was a big one to get up for without Chris Paul, but
yeah, so now that doesn't look as sexy for ABC. Sorry, we got 2 ESPN and a ABC game, and you're getting it without Devin Booker and CP3. Enjoy America.
Hey, you know what? It could be worse. Don't the Lakers have 4 national TV games this week or something like that?
They still got LeBron, and they suck, which is another thing to be thankful for.
I mean, I'm just saying, national games, you can't plan for them sometimes.
No, I think
never know.
I think it's hilarious. Like, I think it was Malika Andrews put out a tweet. Devin Booker enters health and safety protocols out for tonight's Suns versus Portland game on ESPN, which sounded like the worst promotion ever for an ESPN game. It was just poorly. Oh, look at that. Can we go to okay, sorry. What? I'm getting shushed by Shane over there.
He's saying not yet. Okay, well, I got something to.
Okay, let's go to whatever you've got.
So Long John Silver in the chat said we should limit pain. I still think it's too early. Well, our dearest Gerald Bourguet asked Monty about that. He's kind of just his approach on how he's going to handle Campaign and Aaron Holiday's minutes tonight, because technically both of them are still kind of recovering from injuries. So here's what he had to say.
Do the best I can and play both of those guys in spurts. I think it'll help Aaron's ankle, but it will also help Cam get, reacclimated. When you've been out as long as Cam, playing in longer stretches, you tend to reach a point of diminishing returns with guys. The shelf life, it comes up quick. So I'm hopeful to play both of those guys in 5-6 minute stretches, and then just keep them, keep an eye on them, but hopefully get them in and out.
So there you have it. 5-6 minute stretches to kind of make sure that they're going to be okay, that they're handling coming back well, and just keeping an eye on them to make sure that no potential re-injuries happen and they're doing okay out there.
Yeah, it all sounds good in theory, but when you get in practice or in a game, not when you place it in a game, we'll see. I mean, if Campaign starts playing well, they go on a run. That 6 minute stretches to 7, 8. Yeah. We know how it goes. I don't think they'll do anything to put them in danger of being re-injured. But right now, it's all hands on deck, which means we're going to see Elfrid Payton minutes. I mean, that's coming for sure. We'll probably see some Ish Wainwright as well. Maybe some Bismack tonight. Everybody's gonna play some kind of role this evening for sure. By the way, Damian Lillard from Oakland. I knew that. I meant to say he's from California, not from LA. So
I would like to say close enough, but I feel like everyone would be pissed if I said close enough.
I just meant same state. I did.
Fair.
Yes.
Absolutely fair. I do hope, though, that tonight we don't have anybody coming out with like hero ball mentality, I think that would be detrimental to this team.
Oh, yeah.
I think the biggest thing is we've been talking a lot, like, next man up. All these different players need to contribute more. They need to be doing X, Y, and Z better and more of it. I think the biggest key for this team for tonight and however many games they have to play without Chris Paul and Devin Booker is going to be, can they focus on doing it together? How are they stepping up together within their system to win games, not letting the pressure kind of get to them and break them playing their games?
Yeah, I mean, they need to play within the same way they've always played, which is team basketball, team mentality. They talked about how locked in they were today at shoot around, even with the news of Devin Booker. That's the mentality they have to stay with.
Right.
They can't, like you're saying, go outside of that and play hero ball. They're not going to win. That's just going to be bad basketball with that. By the way, chat's talking a lot about the buyout market, so let's set this straight real quick. Anybody that's bought out at this point cannot be eligible for the playoff roster. So buyouts are basically pointless at this point.
If you were bought out before the end of March 1st, you are eligible to play in the playoffs. If you are bought out anytime after March 1st, you're not. So we know who has been bought out and who would have been available in that buyout market. Majority of the players that I think anybody would have considered picking up were already picked up.
Yeah, there's nobody out there.
Yeah,
there's nobody's walking through that door and making any difference in this. Let's be honest. This is what you're riding with. So buckle up. The next 22 games may be rough, but hopefully everybody's back for the playoffs. So
they might not be.
That might not be. I don't know.
We'll figure it out. We'll find out.
Let's say the next
it's
week.
It's a mystery.
The next 5 to 7 days will probably be difficult. When Book comes back, all bets are off.
Hey, but you know what? Vegas hasn't counted us out yet. Ain't that the truth?
No.
Tell them what our friends at DraftKings Sportsbook think about tonight.
I think our friends at the DraftKings Sportsbook are participating in some of that legal sticky icky because they have the Suns at 11-point favorites tonight.
That's what I'm saying. Without 2 All-Stars,
I feel like
11-point favorites.
I feel like they went out and partied last night and slept through the Devin Booker news. I mean, 11's a lot.
11 is a lot.
I mean,
I understand it's the Trailblazers and they're banged up in basically tank season, but still.
Like, let's bring up the graphic that shows how much Devin Booker and Chris Paul do for this team, right? What they may be missing. I'm putting the in through. There we go. Look at this. What they're missing: 40.5 points, 15.3 assists, and 9.7 rebounds a game.
I mean, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
I mean, who's making up 40.5 points on this roster tonight? You need Landry Shamet to show his ass up tonight.
Well, you could probably.
And he's not doing all 40. I'm not saying that.
You could rely on Mikal, Cam, and DA. In theory, 20 points each. You could rely on that.
So you're at 60.
Let's say Campaign maybe has 15. We'll give him a little bit
of
a break to come back.
We're at 75. I can do some math here.
Aaron Holiday has at least, I'm going to go 15 for 75. Him as well.
So now you're looking at 90.
Okay. Then you get 8 from JaVale.
98. Okay.
Okay. Then, let's see. You get at least 4 from Landry.
102.
Okay.
And that's saying you're getting 4 from Landry, so yes. All right. Elfrid Payton gives you -1, so we're at 101.
Elfrid will give you 2 to 3.
Okay, we're at 104.
The Blazers only scored like 95 points their last couple games.
We're at 104, all right?
We're good. In theory, Trailblazers literally their last 2 games, 92 points, 95 points. We're good. 104 points.
I love this hypothetical that she's bringing up that like even with that math, we're stretching the bounds of what's likely. Right?
Jay! How did I forget about Jay? Well, 16 from Jay.
Because Jay can get 0 in a night.
But tonight, Jay's getting 16 like Sunder's Dunks just said.
Okay.
There you go. Okay. There's your solid.
So now what are we at? We're at 120.
Good. Yeah.
If the Suns score 120, Shane will dye his hair again, all right? I'm not making my own bets.
It's like, how did I get tossed into this?
You know, if the Suns score 120 tonight, I will rock the defense stash for Friday's game. I will shave to just the mustache if the Suns score 140 or 129.
Can I just say I'm really impressed that you mostly was able to add that up so quickly.
Mental math is my
thing. That was really solid work. Really
if they score 140, I'll shave my head. All right.
Oh my gosh.
That's how they're not going to score 140. All right.
All right. Well, now that you guys know what our friends at the DraftKings Sportsbook think about tonight's game, why don't we share what we think about tonight's game? I think this one's going to be a little bit closer than what DraftKings thinks. I got Suns by 5. Gerald also agrees. He's got Suns by 6. Espo, you're on Team DraftKings.
Oh, I was on that sticky icky with the DraftKings group. 12. Look, I think the Suns team is good enough to beat the Blazers by 12. Any guesses as to why Saul has the Blazers by 1971?
Initially, I thought it had to do with Al McCoy, but then I was 71. No, wait, 72. So I really don't know. What is it?
The game Oregon Trail.
Of course
first was released in 1971.
Of course it's that.
And then they died immediately of dysentery, which is my favorite part of that game. We've got a bunch of 20-year-olds just staring at me going, I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
The thing is, I only know what that game is because everybody has used it in the NBA for schedule release videos, but I've never played it. I don't know what anything, I don't know the details
They
of
re-released it as an app that you can play.
Is it worth it?
I don't know. I haven't played it. I'm not 7 anymore. I only remember it because they made us play it at school as if it was history class or something.
Okay, so Tashi said, did I miss the lineup or what the lineup's going to be? No, we hadn't shared that because we didn't know, but I just looked it up. And you want to guess?
I'm going to say it's Campaign.
Okay.
Mikhail and Cam. Oh, no.
Nope.
No Cam.
It is going to be, hold on, it's restarting. DeAndre Ayton.
Okay, that was an obvious.
Jay Crowder.
Okay.
Mikal Bridges.
Okay.
Landry Shamet.
Oh, no.
Campaign.
Oh, no.
That's what we're going with tonight. So Landry Shamet and Campaign in that starting lineup. This will be interesting to see how this one plays out.
Saul Bookman just got a very cold chill in Indianapolis right now. He went, oh, what is going on?
He's like, what happened? Is there a ghost in this room?
Just you wait. If Landry has a big game, I got something for Saul and all the Saul fans.
Oh boy! All right, well there you go. There you have it. Do you have something planned? I feel like you have something up your sleeve.
Can we show the last thing that I have ready for the show? And maybe not.
What's it gonna be?
Look at this. You ever see the show Recess?
Oh my God.
You got that vibe going on tonight.
You guys couldn't have picked a better screenshot than that. I guess it's not that bad. But Spinelli,
Shane took it with his phone.
Spinelli is my favorite person.
I mean, we've never seen you wear we've never seen you wear a dress outside of the cover of the book.
I literally refuse.
But we've never seen you wear red either. So if she was wearing all black, this is spot on. But I could not help but seeing that when you sat down.
I love Spinelli. She's so awesome. This was such a good show. I tried one time. So when I worked at the Suns, I tried really hard to get our broadcast crew to do Recess for Halloween because it was
none of them knew what it was. I guarantee.
Yeah, even though they didn't know what it was, I was like, trust me, it'll be a big hit. And I couldn't get any of them to agree.
Yeah, well, that sounds about right.
I know. I was so disappointed.
Next Halloween, we'll figure out something.
I was like, this is the perfect thing for us. It's so perfect.
I can connect with the youngins on this. I mean, all the chat knows what Spinelli is.
Are we all?
Shut up, interns.
I don't want to hear it. Considered youngins still?
Younger than me. You're 8 years younger than me.
I don't know if millennials can be considered youngins anymore.
Oh God, I need vodka in this mug.
You're old. We're middle-aged. Gen Z's the youngins.
I don't like that. I really don't like that.
And if you're older than you, aka Saul, you're ancient.
Well, that's fair, but that's fair. I'll allow that.
I'm just throwing shade at Saul because he's not here and I'm mad at it.
I'm going to get a text in a minute that says, why you got my name in your mouth?
Oh, he totally is going to be
I'm going to get that text here in a second.
Be so mad.
So,
Oh my gosh. All right. Long John Silver said, there's your challenge, Lindsay. Wear the outfit. God, red is just not my color.
That would require her finding something red. It's never going to happen.
It's so hard.
If the Suns score 120 points, you have to wear a red dress on Friday. 140. I'll be bald. You'll wear a red dress.
I'll take 140. I'll do that one.
Bald Espo and
The world is ending.
Oh, I will freaking look like Lex Luthor. It will not be a good look.
Phoenix Suns 22 said, I'm 17 and don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, it sounds about right. Because Recess was a cartoon when I was a kid in like somewhere in the 90s, right?
Go watch the classics, all right?
Or was it 2000s?
It was late 90s.
I don't know, but yeah, that would
make sense.
Probably
in high school when it was out.
But basically a cartoon, and Spinelli was a badass. That's all you need to know.
Man, Emmanuel says, I'm Mikey from that show.
Mikey is dope. I like Mikey.
Whatever, I don't care.
I don't know.
All
right. Well, I think that's going to do it for us, Espo.
Sure.
Fingers crossed for the Phoenix Suns tonight.
Oh, God, I'm going to have that. I have a weird feeling I'm going to be rocking a mustache come Friday.
Yeah, I hope so. What is the bet? 140 for me and 120 for you, right?
Well, 120, I'll have the mustache. 140, I'm bald on Friday. So
Lord have mercy. I low-key want them to score 140, but also I don't want to find a red dress. But
I love that.
It's like a battle of the wills.
It's just so tough to find a red dress, and I'm like, I had to shave my head. I'm at that age; the hair might not grow back. That's the problem.
But you could always wear. You could just start. You could just join my beanie club.
No, nobody wants to see me in a beanie.
Beanies are great, Espo. They really are.
We might have to blur out the screen if I wear a beanie. It'll look explicit. That's all I'm saying.
Sunder's Dunk said, poor Saul getting trashed. Saul's fine.
No, Saul's probably getting trashed right now.
That's true.
It's
Saul gets
10 o'clock in Indy.
In real life. He's good. He's good. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you hanging out with us here for a pregame show. Don't forget, we'll be back right after the game and same place on our YouTube channel. So plan to come hang. Maybe grab a Red Bull or a 5-hour energy, whatever you need to keep yourself awake throughout this whole thing.
Fabio, if Elford scores 25, sure, I'll wear the dress. Why the hell not? Let's get weird, people.
Espo, you gotta stop agreeing to all of these outrageous
I don't care. Have you seen our Sun Devils show? We got two guys looking like Slim Shady. If Slim Shady wasn't
children.
Cool,
they're like young
children.
They're young millennials, so they're in that age range where it's okay to do dumb stuff like that.
Whatever. All right. Well, if Elford scores 25, wow, that could be real bad. Elford scores 25. I'd be bald wearing a dress on Friday. All right, whatever. Let's do this, people. We need something to entertain us without Devin Booker and CP3. So.
Okay. Well,
Lindsay's calling out sick on Friday.
I'm sorry. I'm really busy that day. I just can't. I can't make it in. Yeah, we'll see. Okay. Bye.
Bye.